Todd Elson,
What's up?
my buddy.
Hey, guy.
When did we meet?
While back.
Do you remember where? Oh, I met you at a songwriters night.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Toledo.
dude.
Remember the, was it Drew Coomer that was putting that
Yeah,
on?
Drew Coomer put those on, man, over at the Art Performance Center, West Toledo.
That's right.
You,
Ben Stalitz invited me to that.
Yep, I remember seeing Ben there. I remember you played shoes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's when I found out you had a size 13 shoe, so that was a good night.
Groove Canoe.
A Groove Canoe just came about sort of naturally. You know, Drew and I met each other. You know, I found out that he wrote songs. We both write songs, and then we got together and jammed, and we liked what we were doing so much, so we started recording it in my little half canoe that I have at my house, and that's where the initial name came from. And when we first started, Drew was playing mandolin, and I was playing acoustic, and we would sing right into the mic.
So the half canoe in your house was...
That was the inspiration for it all, yeah.
It's a cool name. So I like it that you have Groove Canoe in there to kind of give it sort of a... Josh Denning used to be in a band called Sub Vinyl.
Sub Vinyl. That's a
I
cool
always
name.
thought that was a cool name because it's like has to do with music, and I suck at band names.
Yeah, I think The Onlys is a pretty good name.
Thanks, but you know what's weird about it is there's an apostrophe S, which would imply it's like the only is.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think of that.
But the reason there's an apostrophe is because the onlys without an apostrophe was already taken.
So there's a YS?
There was like
Is there
there was a
IES?
small band. Well, when I initially came up with it, I was like, the onlys, that's cool because it's like only me, but it's like a bunch of different instruments on recordings. It makes sense. So then I wrote it on a piece of paper with the apostrophe. And then I looked at it and I was like, wait, that apostrophe shouldn't be there. Then I Googled it, and there was a band in like Texas. They were really small. They only had, and they were a cover band. And they were called the Onlys without an apostrophe. So I was like, well, they're a cover band. Nobody really knows about them. I was like, my initial idea was with the apostrophe. So then I was like, all right, I'm just going with the Onlys with an apostrophe. Because I thought of it independently,
Yeah.
you know, just...
I think it works.
But the problem is, too, then when you Google it, it's terrible for searchability. So, like, if I'm on stage and I'm like, if you Google the Onlys band, it'll just say, didn't you mean without the S or whatever? And then it'll just,
correct you.
anything that says the only in it, it screws up the algorithm. And it so it's really hard for people to find me, too.
Yeah, you're stirring up a fuss.
Dude, my name
Amazing.
sucks. The Only sucks. I don't know. I like Groove Canoe, though.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
So we just did our first jam together ever.
Yeah, I thought it sounded pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. I know a lot of your songs too because we've done a few shows together and I see you live all the time.
Yeah, dude.
So when's your next gig?
I'll be playing here next week, I believe. The week after that at Forked Creek Brewery in Defiance, Ohio. Yeah.
How did you say that again?
Forked Creek Brewery. That's 4KD
Forked.
Creek Brewery. Yeah.
If you were to spell it out phonetically, would it be Forked? Forked?
I think so.
Is that
But
so?
with the number there, I
I've
guess
always
you'd have to
wondered.
put
I've
the-
played there a bunch of times, but I always say 4KD.
I guess I don't know. Am I saying?
Oh,
it
you
wrong, or-
weren't. That's not something that they told you it was forked.
No, it's just sort of.
I
what
thought
went with.
Michelle said something the other night at Howard's that
Maybe she knows something that I don't.
I couldn't quite understand because the music was loud. But I knew she was like, it's forked, that's how they say it. And I was like, really? So maybe she knows.
Yeah, maybe that's how I subconsciously know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here
I thought it was, I don't know. I thought maybe it was like in honor of someone named Katie, and it was 4KD.
I like it. Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's a cool little spot, though.
It is.
They're starting to do this little open mic songwriter type thing, and that's what we're going to be hosting there
Nice.
that night. So it'll be a Thursday, I believe, February 5th. I think.
And that's out in Defiance.
Yeah, it'll be February 5th. Yep, out in
Nice.
Defiance, Ohio. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play, I like that place. They have a cool thing in that little garage that you get to play in.
Yeah.
But I like it in the summertime too, because it's right, it's, what what is it, Eagle Creek Golf Course it's a part of. It's like the clubhouse.
Yeah, it's the clubhouse they can all come to, yeah.
And
But yeah, summertime's the best. You play outside
yeah,
there.
it's a nice little patio.
Mhm.
I mean, it's the best for everywhere because it's summertime and you get to play outside. How's your I know you have stuff online on Spotify and stuff. How's your online presence for Groove Canoe? Is it you have an EP out, right?
Yeah, we put out an EP almost a year ago. We put out an EP
I
like
feel
on
like
Spotify. Yep, you can still find it there.
Who would you go through for distribution?
We ran out of Bike
CD
Rec.
Baby?
Bike Rec. Yeah, CD Baby is who we. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. And then Bike Rec Records is who recorded us. They're out of Bowling Green. Well, they were out of Bowling Green.
Oh, cool.
Now, yeah.
I was just talking to that guy. I don't know who the guy was I was talking to.
Mike
I was
Jones
on the interweb, so I have no
Mike
idea
Jones
who
and
he-
Mark Miller are the
Okay.
two Bike Rec
I
boys.
was just
that
messaging
recorded
with
us.
them to try to do one of their live things that they got going on,
Yeah,
which you
that's
recommended
fun
to
too.
me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun too.
Yeah, we're
I've done
trying to
one of
nail
those.
down a date, but that's so that's cool. So you got a what is it, 5-song EP?
Yeah, 5-song EP we put out. Yep, last year.
Very
And then,
cool.
Yep.
And how many people are in the band?
There's 4 of us. There's me on guitar and vocals, and then there's A.S. Coomer on lead guitar, and then there's Ethan Coomer on drums, and there's
The brothers.
the brothers Coomers,
The brothers from
Kentucky.
Yeah, from Kentucky.
Yeah. Yep, E-Town and Philpott. So they're bringing that southern flavor into it, which was nice. And then we had Vester Fry over there on the funky bass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. How do you feel about not talking about Groove Canoe specifically, but how do you feel about like getting exposure online these days?
I think it can be good as long as it's used
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Like, do you feel like? Because I feel like I'm battling in the trenches to get some exposure. You know, because it's like a lot of the social media platforms are good, but they're limited, and it's a lot of like battling algorithms and like getting on
Yeah.
Spotify. Some bands have blown up on Spotify. Some bands have gotten on like really cool playlists and stuff, and then other
Yeah.
bands, a lot of bands, most of the local bands have like 50 listeners.
Well, I think with us mostly, I mean, I think most of the people that bought the actual CD listen to us more than anybody ever has, and
Yeah.
online. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that
But
you
then I
can
had
kind of
other-
do it yourself. You can go
Yeah.
straight out there. But I guess what I'm getting at is it kind of feels like, for me, it's like a lot of like, you kind of feel like just a grain of salt in the ocean. It's hard to stand out.
Oh
It's
yeah,
hard
there's
to,
a lot of
'cause
people
there's-
out there, man.
Well, there's so much music.
And
Everybody's
music
like,
too, yeah.
Everywhere you go, there's music. There's music
Yeah.
in stores. There's music on your radios. There's music in your phone. So it's like you almost have to reach out and grab people with your music, I feel like, online to get their attention. And then it has to be good. Like, if your music isn't good, like, that's like already a given. It needs to be like the standard is like, you assume everybody's music is good. How do you set yourself apart from the rest of the music that's out there? How do you like stand out a little bit? I'm not asking you for an answer, but what do you think of that? Like, because that feels like the struggle. to
Yeah,
me.
it is. I mean, but it can also be good too, because it makes you be a little more creative with it. You know, to sort of grabs people's attention in a different way.
Dave Grohl always, I saw something in an interview where he was like, you just have to be remarkable, and so people can't turn away, and then your fans will grow, and that's how you become successful. But I don't know. I just feel like it's a different time and different era now. It's like, and there's so much to compete with as far as like, just everybody can make music in their own bedroom. So like, there's a lot of music being made by people that have skipped the playing instruments part of making music, and they just make music with computers, which is cool too.
Yeah.
And I think Dave Grohl's analogy was more for like live shows as a band.
Yeah.
Because they kind of blew up in Seattle. They were just like in the club scene, and you know, people were going crazy when they saw.
Yeah. You're
But
not
that's
just
Nirvana too.
You're not just born remarkable. Yeah. You know.
I guess, like, yeah, fashion's a big part of it. Jimi Hendrix, you know,
Yeah.
everybody's got their thing. When you think of like, people that have been super successful in the music business, they all have like a Lady Gaga or a Marilyn Manson type of.
Well, I mean, look at even
backstory.
Dylan was unfashionable, but I mean, his fashion is a fashion now, you know? So, I mean, there's even that. It's just a matter of, you know?
Well, and if you just think about it, not even as just fashion, but as just like having a brand.
Yeah.
Dylan has a brand. Everybody knows what Dylan is, you know? So it's like, I don't know if that's a big part of it, to stand out, or what it is. But
I don't know. I think it just remain true to your craft and
just keep chugging away.
Yeah.
Just keep playing the open mics.
For those that listen, yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough out there.
It is tough out there, especially doing the solo shows.
Yeah.
Which we've had that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough to, I think it's tough to entertain people by yourself with just a guitar. But then again, you know, it's definitely can be done.
Oh, for sure.
I've been able to do it in small moments here and there.
Plenty of people have been tricked, yeah.
Yeah. But I've also played in a lot of bands, and I'm always like, it's so much easier to impress people.
It's always nicer to...
when they can look at a drummer, and they can look at a lead guitar,
yeah.
and they can look at a bass player.
Yep.
Everybody grooving together, groove canoeing along.
Groove canoe, just paddling along. Right? Yeah.
So let me ask you this: are you into canoeing? Like,
Oh yeah,
have you
man.
do a lot of canoeing?
I don't do a lot of it, but I'm into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Mostly just recording into them.
Just mostly record. I've recorded into them more than I've written them, probably. Yeah, in the last few years. Yep.
I went on a canoe trip once when I was a kid. The only thing I remember about it was having to wear a life jacket and being annoyed by it because we were going like just in a canoe. I think it was down a river. And it was a really hot day. So I remember just wanting with all of my being to jump in the river without a life jacket because I was a pretty good swimmer as a kid.
Yeah.
And I just was annoyed the entire canoe trip because the sun was just beating down on me. It was super hot, and I was all surrounded by water, but I couldn't get in because no one would let me. So I guess my canoeing experience was a negative one.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking back on it.
Yeah. Mine as well, man. Yeah.
Yeah?
I remember once going with my old man. Yeah, and I rode with my uncle. My other two brothers rode with my dad, and I chose the right canoe. Because my dad ended up like tipping it and grabbing onto a tree. My two brothers jumped out, hopped into ours.
Oh, wow.
And there's mine just grooving right down the river, laughing at my old man.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been in a canoe since. And that was,
I think I wanted the canoe to tip over so badly because I was just.
You were just having a bad time, huh?
I was roasting his life jacket, little kid. Yeah.
Mine was pretty fun.
No, that's good.
And then
I was
in
the right canoe.
being in the right canoe. Yeah, I could laugh about it.
I feel like the modern canoe is like the kayak, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. More people kayak these days.
Yeah. So people seem to have more fun in a kayak. I think that maybe it's easier to control because they're a little bit smaller.
A little bit.
The single ones.
You don't get as scared to tip over.
Yeah. Although I feel like if you could tip over a kayak, I don't know. They probably have. I'm sure there's plenty of safety measures, but it seems like you get stuck under.
I just feel like it's a floating kazoo going down the river. You know.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. Yeah. So how can you not have fun in that?
Ever been to Niagara Falls?
Have not. No.
I was there when I was a little kid, and
recommend it.
Yeah, I mean it's neat to look at, but you can. I wouldn't recommend it if you're going on like one vacation a year. But if you're in the area, stop by, check it out. Yeah. Yeah.
What is that, like 9 hours?
Yeah, it's like
maybe I'll be in the neighborhood. Yeah, just cruising around.
It seems like it's probably like the Grand Canyon. It's like, you know what it is. When you get there, like, I don't think I would go out of my way. Like, I'm going on a trip to the Grand Canyon. Unless I was like a big hiker and I was going to hike down into it. But if I'm like in the area of the Grand Canyon, I'm like, yeah, sweet, I'll stop by. It's only an hour away.
Yeah, dude.
But
I showed up at the Grand Canyon at dusk probably. And
oh, yeah?
Yeah. I drove forever trying to find somewhere or something, this big hole in the freaking earth, and I just could not find it. And so I got a hotel room, and I thought, all right, I'm going to find it in the morning. And the next morning, it was just thunderstorming, downpouring rain.
Oh.
And I was so pissed off, and so I kept driving.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
And that's my Grand Canyon story.
So you missed the Grand Canyon.
I drove all the way there just to miss it.
So did you, when you got there and it was almost dark, did you get to see it a little bit, or was
No,
it?
I couldn't see it. I was lost in the forest. Yeah. trying to
See, I
down
was
these
just a little kid, so I
backwoods
barely
roads.
remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? This is gonna sound stupid, but what is it in New Mexico?
What, Grand Canyon?
Yeah, Arizona. Where is it?
It's Nevada. I'm pretty
Nevada.
sure.
Okay, southern
I don't know, man.
Nevada.
I'm pretty sure I failed geography, so I'm not the guy to ask.
Have you traveled a lot?
Quite a bit, yeah. Yeah.
Where are you from? Ohio originally?
Originally from Ohio, yeah. I lived in California for a bit.
Oh, nice.
Did some
Where,
Denver staying, yeah. Stayed
where
in
at in
Denver for a little bit.
California?
San Diego.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I was in San Diego a few years back. California is fun. It's
It's expensive.
it's hard to get it's
but-
hard to move. I feel
Yeah.
like a little bit claustrophobic because I'm so used to like the openness of the Midwest.
Yeah.
To
I
like
know.
when you get on the road, especially around like L.A.
Oh, man.
or
it's-
San Diego, man.
I
I've
used
had
to-
some
it's the
problems in
same-
San Diego.
I used to stay off the highway from like 2 to 6. I would not
Yeah.
even touch it. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Wherever you were going,
Yeah,
you know. Same with LA. You know, all those. But yeah, that's how I used to do it. Wherever I was going to be at 2, I better be there.
yeah. A lot of people that live out there, they're complaining that it has gotten worse. Like in the last
yeah?
like 10 years, just like so many people are out there, and there's so much population that it's like impossible. Because you'll get stuck. I guess around L.A., you can get stuck on the 405, or I like how they call their roads the what is it, the 101, the 405. You
I
can
rode
get-
on the 5 a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we ride on the 75,
Yep.
the 23,
23.
the 6.
County Road MX.
What was I talking about though?
California complaining about traffic.
Oh yeah, I was rolling in all cool to San Diego, and it was like 6:30, and it was just terrible traffic, windy highways, hilly, like crazy. But then I remember when I got back from California, like I had a lot of fun in California. Don't get me wrong, it was cool. I was there for like 10 days or something like that. I don't know, a couple years ago. But when I got back, I was like, oh man, leaving the airport, I was like, you can like, it's almost like you can breathe again because you can, I can get 30 miles away in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
No problem. There, like 30 miles, you may be looking at 4 hours.
Yep. You got to hop on this highway and then get on that highway.
Yeah, it's crazy. You just feel like, I don't know, you just feel like you can't move. I feel that way in New York too. You been to New York?
Oh, man, I haven't done too much in New York now.
Yeah. The best way to do things there is just mass transit. Don't even take a vehicle
Yeah.
into the city if you're going into like Midtown or whatever. But it's the same sort of deal. I don't know. It didn't feel as claustrophobic for me because when I was there, I took a train in from Connecticut into like Midtown, and then just took cabs wherever I wanted to go from there, like a true tourist, right in Midtown.
There you go.
Yeah, everybody was just walking around. It felt like Vegas. You ever been to Vegas?
No. Driven through a few times, but never stopped.
Yeah.
Felt like I lost money just driving through. Let's feel wild, though. It's just all desert, and then all of a sudden there's this big little city.
Did you say you lived in Colorado too?
I did a little bit in Colorado. Yeah, a little while in Denver. And then I go back and visit there every now and again.
Yeah.
Yep. So I've done the northern route. I've done the southern route.
Were you playing music when you were out there?
I did a little bit this last time I was out there. I got to play at a little barrel house.
Yeah?
It was real fun, yeah.
Nice.
That was real nice, yeah. But
I got some gigs coming up in Arizona. Did I tell
is
you
that right? No.
Yeah.
Where at?
I'm playing in Bisbee, Arizona.
Bisbee,
Ladies and
Arizona.
gentlemen, if there's
Getting
any
bu-
listeners out there,
Getting busy in Bisbee.
if you're from Bisbee, I'm going to be at the Bisbee Grand in March. And I'm also going to be at the Quarry Bisbee in March. I got a couple dates in Bisbee. I'm going to be in the Tucson area in March, early March.
Early March, okay.
And one of the shows, they requested specifically all originals.
Hey-o.
So if you're an Onlys fan in Arizona,
Man.
come to Bisbee. I'm going to be playing some of the Onlys tunes.
Nice, man. So you flying out there and driving out there?
I'm flying out there, flying Delta. My dad told me that Delta's the best airline, so I've always flown Delta.
All right.
I mean, the best one if you're not flying like private or for the economy for like us regular folk. Delta's probably my favorite.
I've flown a few times, but every time it's been Southwest. And they seem to be all right.
Nah, they suck. No, I'm just kidding. No, people that fly a lot. My dad used to fly a lot for business.
Yeah, see, I don't fly a lot.
A lot of
yeah.
them do say like I don't know. We're talking about podcasts. I listen to a lot of different comedians' podcasts, and they always say that with all the flying and travel and everything, a lot of I don't know. Every airline gets hated on though, but Spirit gets a lot of hate. Everybody hates
Yeah,
Spirit.
I've
It
never
always
flown
gets
Spirit.
delayed, and
Yeah.
there's always all these up charges and hidden charges, I guess. But
Not cool, Spirit.
anyways, I'm flying Delta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Delta to Arizona.
Are you originally from that area?
Originally from Wasion.
Okay.
Yep.
How long have you been playing music then?
I've been playing music the past 4 or 5 years publicly, yeah. Out
Yeah?
and about, yeah.
How long ago did you start playing guitar?
I've had a guitar for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were teenagers, my older brother got the guitar for Christmas one year, and before he could even strum a note, I took it out of his damn hands.
Nice.
And I still have that guitar to this
Did
day.
your brother
man.
ever learn how to play, or did you?
He actually plays drums. No,
Oh.
yeah, drums and bass, yeah.
Where's your brother at, man?
He's up in Toledo.
Okay.
Hey, Brooks. But
Is he playing any bands?
no. Oh, no, he's a family man. He's a teacher.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you'd have a band with 2 sets of brothers,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that could be, yeah.
but then you'd have too many drummers. So.
I don't know. 2 drummers. The Allman Brothers did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And they had brothers in their name.
there it
Allman
is.
Brothers.
See? Yeah.
So yeah, man, I don't know. I was talking to you about like podcast ideas. What's like your go-to podcast that you like to listen to?
I'm the same as you. It's probably comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make me laugh.
Anyone in particular, or
Not really in particular.
no?
Like, I don't get too deep into the podcast. Yeah. I'm always filling my ears with music noise. So,
Yeah.
what about you? Who's your go-to?
I got a few. I like Tiger Belly, Bobby Lee. I like T Fat K.
T-Fat K.
That's
Look at that. The guy's making me laugh already.
the fighter and it's the fighter and the kid, Brian Callen and Brendan Schwab. What else? Oh, I like Bert Kreischer. I don't know. I don't listen to much of his podcast though, but I like his comedy, his stand-up.
Yeah.
He had a really good Netflix special, this latest one. Super offensive to most people, but I loved it.
That's comedy, baby.
Yeah. Do you get into stand-up at all?
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, Kevin Hart these past few years. I watched the new Chappelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pretty controversial one.
Yeah, I was going to say that was another one, too, that was pretty controversial. But, I mean, I dug it. It still made me laugh.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Yeah, there's all sorts. Tom Segura. I like him.
Oh yeah, he's got a cool podcast too.
Oh, does he?
Your Mom's House. Actually, funny about Segura. I was listening. He's from Peru, or his mom's Peruvian. So like he grew up speaking Spanish, I think, from Peruvian descent. So he's like bilingual, but he has like perfect Spanish. Like if he has like a Peruvian accent in Spanish. So he started doing a Spanish podcast. And I was listening to it just to see what it sounded like.
All in Spanish?
Yeah, he's all Spanish. And I was kind of impressed with myself. I took like 3 years of Spanish in high school.
Same
was
here.
like-
I didn't learn a thing, though.
I don't know. I feel like I've used it over the years too, a little bit here and there. You probably used it in San Diego.
A little bit, man.
Probably see it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I can pick out words. So when he's talking, I could pick out like every 5th word.
Yeah.
And then I could be like, okay.
I'm a better listener of it than I could speak it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And reading it is easier too.
for sure.
Because then you can see exactly what's happening.
Yeah. Especially if there's pictures.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, so now we're going to switch to Espanol. Hola, ¿qué tal?
¿Qué vamos a estar?
Sí. All right. Yeah, that's enough. We're gonna get flagged for cultural appropriation.
Yeah, dude, we already did.
What do you think's going on with all this outrage on the internet?
Oh man, I don't know. I try to steer clear of all that.
Yeah. I had for a while there. You didn't have a Facebook, I don't think. Do you have a Facebook now?
I use it more as a business page. Just
Yeah.
to promote the music and whatnot.
Dude, that's the thing, man. Here's what I say. Here's what I think about social media for musicians right now. Is it's kind of a have to as like the shitty part of the job.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not fun. Like I mean, some people enjoy it, and that's
Yeah.
But
I mean, like Instagram can be fun, stuff like that, man. But I think so. I agree, man. Social media is probably a part of it. You got to reach, you know. Steve Earle once said, a song's not done until someone hears it, and so that's always gravitated with me. And so the more and more people hear your songs, then the more and more kind of feedback you can get. And,
that, and for like promoting shows or promoting yourself,
and there's that too, yeah.
And it's the idea of like you don't want all of your posts on social media just to be about promoting yourself. So you have to almost become a content creator.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It gets you to be a little more creative with it,
Yeah.
The way you want to be presented to, everyone out there.
Yeah. But it also kind of like forces you into it a little bit. I don't know. I've heard different people talk about different strategies of like, I guess the marketing aspect of music. And one of the things they say, or one of the things I've heard is that it's better to focus on just like one particular platform than try to do all of them if you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've kind of done that with Facebook. I have an Instagram and I put content on it, but I haven't like actively tried to like get people to pay attention to it. So nothing really happens. That's the thing, man. Like you can put out, I've opened up new channels on YouTube and I've put out content on those channels. And if I don't put out like a share somewhere, or if I don't like share it on social media, if I just put it on this brand new channel with no subscribers, it can literally, and I've done this, it can literally get 6 months on YouTube with 0 views. Like there's nothing that like when you put content out on YouTube or these places, there's nothing that pushes it out to people. So it's not really a platform.
It's sort of just there.
You have to have like subscribers and people ready to see your content. And then even that, like Facebook, like I have like 350 friends or something. Like I don't like actively add people that I don't know. They're like all like real people that I know. And I'm like, I don't understand how you're supposed to like grow. It's because like then you'll make content and it'll get like 200 views because you have 400 people that saw it or whatever, or 400 people that are your friends.
Yeah.
So it's like you're limited by your. I always say that it's like the platforms are suppressors in ways with their algorithms. 'Cause it's like, why can't you put out something on YouTube that at least gets traffic enough that like they show it to 100 people out of like the millions of users? You can't show a new video to 100 people just to see if they like it and push it further. But it'll literally like get 0 views. I'm like, what the hell? Just because it's a new channel with no subscribers, it's like you put something out that's supposed to go in this river of content, and it just gets stuck on the bank. It doesn't even move into it. It's like, what's the point? Anyways.
Yeah, man. I hear you.
That's my little rant for the day. I'm sick of the music business.
All
Let's
right.
get out.
And that'll do it, folks.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Todd Elson.
Yeah, dude.
Where can, if you want to give yourself some plugs, where can we find the music? On Spotify?
Yeah, you can find the Groove Canoe EP on Spotify, and you can see the Groove Canoe is also on Facebook. You can follow our Facebook page. We'll have some stuff coming up, and then you can follow me. I'm on Facebook as well and Instagram, Todd Elson Music.
And we're going to be playing a show together.
Mark and I are going to be playing the Hump Day next month.
Hump Day Review at Stone's Throw. That's on Wednesday. Do you know the date?
February
12th?
12th, I believe. Yep.
Yeah. And I'm going to be playing drums with the Groove Canoe that day.
The Groove Canoe is going to be docking up at the Stone's Throw, so
this week.
Everybody come out.
Yeah, we just had a rockin' jam session, so
that was
I'm
fun.
pretty confident it's going to be good.
Yeah. And there'll be plenty more jamming.
Thanks for coming in, Todd.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.